Hey there. Welcome to CyberPulse by Quantum Shield, the podcast where we make cybersecurity less intimidating and a lot more exciting. Every episode, we're diving into the latest digital drama, from sneaky hackers to the coolest defense strategies, all while sharing tips you can actually use. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's navigate this crazy digital world together.
Ever feel like you're talking to a brick wall when you try to talk to your IT department? It's especially about the cloud.
Haha. Yeah, I think we've all been there.
Well, today's deep dive is like your crash course in cloud security. So next time you talk to IT, you'll sound like you know what's up. You know, like you're speaking their language.
Exactly. No more blank stares when they mention things like firewalls or encryption. We'll give you the lowdown on all the need-to-know terms and concepts.
And don't worry, you don't need to be a tech whiz to follow along. We'll break it all down in a way that actually makes sense, even if you think the cloud is just where your cat likes to nap.
Though on a serious note, it's a pretty apt metaphor. The stuff we store in the cloud is kind of like our digital valuables.
Totally. And just like we wouldn't leave our valuables unprotected, we need to make sure our data is secure in the cloud, right?
Absolutely, and that's where cloud security comes in.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. We've got this awesome document that goes deep into the world of cloud security. But before we get lost in the jargon, let's answer a simple question. What is cloud security, really?
Well, simply put, cloud security is all about keeping your data, applications, and infrastructure safe and sound in those, well, cloud environments. We're talking about protecting everything from those hilarious cat videos you love to share.
Don't forget those online shopping sprees.
Exactly, to those super important work files you can't afford to lose.
Okay, so it's basically like having a top-notch security system for your digital life, right?
Spot on. But instead of protecting a physical house, we're talking about safeguarding all that precious data that lives in the cloud.
Makes sense. So what are the key things people need to know about keeping their data secure in the cloud?
So our source really emphasizes what's called the CIA triad. It might sound a little intense.
A bit cloak and dagger.
Right, but it stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And honestly, these three principles are the cornerstones of cloud security.
Okay, break that down for me.
Sure. Confidentiality means your data is only accessible by those who are authorized to see it. Think of it like having a strong password on your phone.
So no prying eyes.
Exactly. Now, integrity means making sure your data hasn't been tampered with. It's like knowing that email you received hasn't been secretly altered.
And availability. That just means you can access your stuff whenever you need it, right?
Yep. No more server down messages. It's about ensuring your data and applications are up and running when you need them.
That actually reminds me, one thing I've always been a little fuzzy on is, like, whose responsibility is it to actually keep my data safe in the cloud? Is it all on the cloud provider like Amazon or Google, or is there something I need to be doing too?
That's where the shared responsibility model comes in, and it's a crucial concept to understand. Basically, it means that both the cloud provider and you, the customer, have a role to play in keeping your data secure.
So it's not just a set it and forget it kind of thing.
Definitely not. Think of it like renting an apartment. The landlord is responsible for the overall building security, right? But you're responsible for locking your door and keeping your valuables safe inside your own apartment.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. So the cloud provider takes care of the underlying infrastructure, the servers, and all that jazz.
Exactly.
And I'm responsible for protecting the stuff I put in the cloud.
You got it. Things like choosing a strong, unique password, enabling two-factor authentication, and being smart about things like phishing scams.
So it's like having a state-of-the-art security system in your digital house. But if you leave the front door wide open...
Anyone can just walk in.
Exactly. So strong passwords, being aware of phishing scams, that's all on us, even if our data is in the cloud.
Precisely. It's about being proactive and taking responsibility for our own digital security. And that's something our source stresses repeatedly, this need for a comprehensive approach. It's not just about the tech. It's about weaving this safety net of, well, technical controls, policies, and good old-fashioned user education.
So it's like a multi-layered approach, right?
Yeah.
You've got the technology, the rules of the road, and then making sure everyone actually knows how to stay safe online.
Exactly. It's about having all your bases covered.
Okay, so we've established that cloud security is super important and that we all have a part to play in keeping our data safe. But let's get real. What are the benefits? Why should someone go through the hassle of implementing all these security measures?
I get it. It can seem like a lot of effort, especially for individuals or smaller businesses. But honestly, the benefits far outweigh the costs. For one, you have scalability. With cloud security, you're not limited by physical hardware, which means your security can grow and evolve as your needs change.
So whether you're a one-person shop or a multinational corporation, cloud security can adapt to your needs.
Absolutely. Then there's cost efficiency. Traditional on-site security can be a real budget buster, but cloud security can actually save you money in the long run.
So I'm not only getting better security, but I might actually be saving some cash.
You got it. And let's not forget about flexibility. The world of cybersecurity is constantly evolving, with new threats popping up all the time. Cloud security allows you to be much more agile and responsive, easily adapting to these new challenges.
It's like having a security system that gets automatic software updates,
Yeah.
so you always have the latest protection.
And last but certainly not least, there's compliance. Many industries have really strict regulations about data security, especially those handling sensitive personal information.
Right, like healthcare or finance.
Exactly. Cloud security can be a real lifesaver here because it often comes with built-in compliance features and certifications, making it much easier to meet those regulatory requirements.
So you're not only protecting your data, but also ensuring you don't run into any legal trouble down the line.
Exactly. It's a win-win situation.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into cloud security, from understanding exactly what it is and why it's crucial in today's digital world, to unpacking this whole idea of shared responsibility and the need for a comprehensive approach.
And we explored some pretty compelling benefits like scalability, cost efficiency, and the ability to stay ahead of those ever-evolving cybersecurity threats.
But as we wrap things up, I want to leave you with a final thought. We've talked a lot about protecting the data we have now, but with technology changing at lightning speed, what new challenges do you think we'll be facing in the future? How will we need to adapt our approach to cloud security to stay ahead of the curve?
Thanks for hanging out with us on CyberPulse. Remember, cybersecurity doesn't have to be scary. It's all about staying sharp and a little bit savvy. Keep learning, stay curious, and don't let those cyber gremlins get you down. Catch you next time, and until then, stay safe, stay smart, and keep crushing it online.